Hello! It is Monday! Woo! So, I'm just gonna cut right to the chase and tell you guys about this weekend, which was awesome. Some eventful things happened, if you didn't know, which I saw all of your comments on Facebook, so I know that you know. So, yeah, I'm engaged. Crazy, but so exciting. So, I started to make a video for you guys yesterday before I put it on Facebook, and I was going to post the video, and I was going to tell you guys, make sure you look at the video, and then I was going to post it on Facebook later, because I want to tell you guys before you found out by Facebook. So I'm sorry that it happened that way. I didn't want you to find out by Facebook, but I just didn't have enough time to make the video. Literally, every 5 seconds, someone was walking in, to like tell me the story and stuff. So and then Jessica, you ended up calling me and being like, what? Tell me about it. And then Leslie, your comment was hilarious where you were like, what? That was funny. And then Emily, I saw your congratulations, so thank you all. But so yeah, I was thinking instead of telling you all three the story at different times, I would go ahead and tell you all the story on here because it is the main thing that has happened in my life recently. So here's the story. Alright, so Saturday, this happened all Saturday. Saturday morning, he got breakfast in bed, gave it to my good friend Sarah, and she brought it up to the room and gave it to me while I was in bed. So that was awesome. I thought he was just being nice. Like, I really didn't expect it. Like, really, he surprised me really well because I knew that we were going to get engaged this semester, but I had no idea it would be, like, Saturday. Like, I was so surprised. I thought it was going to be in, like, a month or two. Anyway, so, he did that. I got the breakfast, and I was like, oh, sweet to him. He's such a good guy, and I love it. And then, we had planned to go on this big fancy date tonight. But I thought it was just because I told him, hey, I have this really nice dress. I just got high heels. Like, I can't wait to wear them. And he's like, I'm going to take you on a fancy date. And I was like, okay. And so he's like, okay, like, let's go on this fancy date. So I thought it was just purely, we're going on a fancy date. I didn't think anything. And he had made so many little comments, like, along the way that I totally did not expect it to be. I thought, like, so many things that he said made it sound like, I don't know, I was just like, oh, no, he wouldn't do it. We're just going to have a good time, good fun, no big deal. It's not going to be like that. So, so we went out to eat at the top of the Hancock Tower, okay, which is super fancy. I mean, live pianist, you look out into the night and there's the lake and then there's the city. Like, it is awesome. It was really beautiful. And so we went to the top of the Hancock Tower, which is the 98th floor is the restaurant. And then so that was really fun. We had a good time. The meal that I got was like $30, and that was like the cheapest meal on there. But I actually wanted what it was, so I'm glad that I got it. And he got like something like that. And so it was really expensive, but it was really good, and he was treating me, so I loved that. And then we left and we got into a taxi, but I thought we were just going to go back to where I live. Turns out he took me to the lake, and so I was like, okay, we're at the lake. And I knew that he knew that I had told him, like, yeah, I would really like to get engaged somewhere like the lake, because at this one point in the lake it's really special to us, because it's like where we walk all the time. It's where he first told me that he liked me, where we first told each other that we loved each other, however many months later and stuff like that. It was just really special to us. And so I had always said, like, oh, I would even like something simple, like going to the lake, and he may ask me. But he made a comment that sounded like he wouldn't go to the lake and when he asked me, so I thought, I didn't expect it. So we're going towards the lake, and I'm like, this is kind of suspicious, like, like something's going on, but I didn't fully know yet. But then we get to one point and he's like, okay, you have to blindfold, like, you have to close your eyes, you cannot look at all. And he's like, you have to promise me you're not gonna look. And I was like, whoa, like, okay. So I close my eyes and I cover them, and by this point I'm like, this is happening. Like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And so, so he went, and so like, so we walk, and then at one point he's like, okay, open your eyes. So I open my eyes, and he gives me one single long rose that's beautiful, and so I'm like, oh, because I think that's so romantic. So I was like, thanks, and so then he also had a flashlight, and so he pointed at the ground, and he didn't have this stuff earlier. One of my friends had walked by while I was closing my eyes, and I didn't know, and had handed him the stuff. So that's how he had it. So he shined it on the ground, and there was a series of pictures. So the first one was of his family. Then we kept walking on the trail. Then there was one of my family. Then one of him before he met me. Then one of me before I met him. And then like our first picture that we were together in, just as friends. And then our first picture that we were together in as like boyfriend girlfriend, like our first official picture. And then like the next one was like just different things, like when he went to Georgia, when I went to Tennessee, Switzerland, Italy, and Germany. And then at the end we stopped, and he said, now I have one more picture for you. And he pulled out of his pocket a picture of a map of the world. And it's actually here, map of the world. And he said, now Carrie, you know that I want to be a missionary, and I really love the world, and this is what God has called me to, and I don't know where, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know that this is what I'm called to, he said, and I really think that you would make a great wife, and so I really want to take you with me. And so then he pulled out the ring box and got on my knee and said, so will you marry me? And I was like, yes! And so I like gave him a big hug, and then he put on my finger, so here it is. You probably won't be able to see it really good, so it's really sparkly from the top. And then the side is really cool. I don't know if you can see it very well, but yeah, it's like, it has even a little heart in it. So anyway, it's really cool, really beautiful. I loved it a lot. So that was kind of what we did. I got back on the floor. I'm sorry this is long, but this is the explanation. Jessica at least wanted to hear it, so I'm sure you guys did too. So then I got back, and like the girls had put this big sign on my door, like in the shape of a bride dress, and they all came out and they looked. I was like, yeah, because my friend had told them, and so yeah, it was a really good night. We had a lot of fun, and it's been so much fun telling everybody, and I have told that story literally at least 100 times. Like, so many people, everyone's like, so how we do it? And I'm like, well, and I really liked it because he really kept the focus on like our purpose and our goal is to be missionaries, you know, and like, I know he really centered it around God a lot, and I could tell, and I love that. So, man, when he took out that map picture, I was about to die. I loved it so much. So yeah, that's the story of how I got engaged. Oh my gosh, I was standing there like, did this really just happen? Like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, so it's great. So my weekend has been eventful. My last 2 days have been very eventful as well. It is only my second day of being an engaged woman, but, so, well, this video is already really long, so I'm gonna go, but, yeah, that was my engagement. So we're probably gonna get married sometime around next June, just so you guys know. Hopefully you're there. It will be in our lovely state. But, so yeah, you're looking at the future Miss Morgan. Alright, love you guys. I will see you later. I hope you had good weekends. Mine was pretty awesome. Bye guys, love you.